Hey everyone, it's your boy Chad, back at it again. So, I've been thinking to myself for quite a while. I've been using tablet to digitally draw for about 3 months by now, and all I ever draw for the past 3 months was all about anime style drawings, which is back in the day when I'm still producing art using traditional methods. I drew a lot of different things and style: anime, cinematics, buildings, cars, you name it. And I also used to draw realistic portraits. It was a fun time. I think 3 months is long enough for me to kind of get tired of doing the same things over and over again. Now that I realize it, why I haven't felt bored at all on doing this for over 15 years by now is because I have so many different things and style to draw. It is always excite me from piece to the next. Every single time I finish something, I felt so satisfied, even though sometimes the art wasn't turned out as good as it should. So I've decided to stray off from my commission work for a little bit and dive into something fresh. For this video, I will be drawing my own avatar that should be referenced on my own self and my own appearance. So here you go guys, it's me trying to draw a portrait of myself without even using any references. Okay, why without references you ask? It's because I'm not going to expose my dopey face on YouTube video, like come on man. And also I think it is essential for an artist to challenge themselves on doing something that is out of their comfort zone. To me, I've been using references for a long time, and almost every of my work piece is actually have some kind of references. But don't get me wrong, references are very fundamental in drawings. You can be an artist that never use reference, but I would say you won't be a great artist working out that way. This is because in my opinion, when you start something without reference, you might be stuck with a wrong step. And you will know. Train hard, yes, but you also have to train smart. Be a smart learner, not a smart ass. But if you are an experienced artist, or at least you know your stuff around, it is okay for you to push further and challenge yourself. It is recommended for you to do so. I believe it is a good idea to challenge yourself every now and then and step out of your comfort zone so that you won't build a wall that restricts your art capabilities. As I'm writing the script for this video, I realized that it's a bit different from the other videos that I've made, since in this one, I'm doing something that I'm not comfortable with, methodological speaking. Then I won't be able to actually give out inputs and tips for this piece. So for this video, I've decided to just make it as an introduction video on who I am as a person and as an artist. I guess it's about time for a proper introductory video. As you all know, my name is Chuck. Well, it's not my real name, but I've been using this name around my friends since junior high school. Eventually all of my friends from that point ahead call me Chuck. I've been involved myself into arts, mainly drawings, for about 15 years. I started to show my interest toward arts at a very young age, since my father is also an artist in a way. Most of his work are wooden sculpture, but his skills in arts are still the top notch. He kind of teach me the fundamentals in arts, and towards that point, I've been self-teaching myself for years. Like I said earlier, I draw a lot of things and my style is kind of changed according to how I feel my art should looks like. I classify myself as a very adaptive artist, which I don't stick with one particular style, or more like I haven't found it yet, which honestly I wish I did. But further into doing this, I realized that instead of trying hard to look for signature style, I just go with the flow and follow my instincts. If there's anyone who's watching my videos, aside from my real life and Discord friends, you must be interested in art in some way. If you are already started to get involved in art, or you're still working on towards it, try to look for confidence to actually start to draw. I'd say just pick up your tools up and scribble on. Don't wait for something to push you to start it off, which will kind of kill your interest. And forget about going to art school. If you're saying, no, I cannot draw, I should have entered an art school first to be able to draw anything, then guess what? You're terribly wrong there. First, to actually get into an art school, you actually need to take an entrance test, which require you to actually be able to draw before anything. And second, no, in my opinion, you don't need art school to be good at drawing. Art school is kind of only teaching you the fundamentals in art and teach you a deeper meaning towards creating an artwork. You still have to work on yourself, or per se teaching yourself to be able to progress anyway. It is also very expensive for one to attend an art school. So if you're really thinking about get in an art school so you can draw, I recommend you to look for other major that revolve around art, such as architecture major. Don't waste your money getting on art school. Look for better major that have a better and useful certificate in real world industries. Also, another topic that are popular if you're talking about arts, it's talent. Now, I'm actually mildly infuriated by people saying to me that you can draw because you have talents. Well, instead of boosting my confidence, that statement actually kind of bring me down to the rubble. It is because I don't believe that someone can draw purely because of talent. Well, I can't deny in some cases there's actually people who can do something out of just a sheer talent, but to state the facts that everyone have these talents, it is just the matter on what level your talent is. You still have to work your ass out to polish that so-called talent of yours, and it makes me feel sad if people actually shove that statement up in my ass, because to be honest, as I view myself as an artist, I cannot help to compare myself to other people's. Here's the situation. I've been doing this since I'm a brat and started to do this seriously for about more than 5 years. And if you compare myself with Eric Anthony J, who's been doing art for about 3 years, he is clearly much better than me. I'm a slow learner and my motivation level going down pretty quickly, and for someone to say that I can draw because I have talent actually hurting me, because I started to compare myself with other artists like Eric Anthony J and make me realize that I'm less talented than them. So trash the idea of someone can draw because they have talents. No, that's not entirely true. One can draw if they put effort on their works. If they stop complaining and start scribbling, anyone can draw. For me, drawing is passion. I don't treat my interest in art as mere hobby. I treat it as a passion. There's a difference between a hobby and a passion. Hobby is more like you doing something you like in your free time, while passion is something that you do every single day. it is part of your lifestyle. It is weird if you're not doing it for at least once in a day. As I said before, I am a slow learner. I practice twice, maybe thrice as much as average online artist would, because I realize what level my art is compared to the others, and that realization helps me to push myself harder doing this thing. Comparing yourself to others actually can produce a positive outcome. Don't take it as negative vibes. Compare yourself to others healthily. Look at how far they've achieved and look up to them. Don't take it as you're not good enough or some shit, but instead say it to yourself that you want to do better than what they've done. Challenge yourself towards it. I won't deny that the fact that we artists will feel bad when comparing ourselves to a better artist, because that is just how normal human nature. We get jealous on what people have achieved and started to question, will we ever be as good as them? But don't let that feelings hold you down. You aren't a failure as long as you keep going. You fail when you stop trying. If you ever make bad art but you didn't stop trying, that's not a failure, it's a progress. Always push yourself further. This video has been stretched for far too long and all I did is ranting. This is also the longest text I've ever wrote since I graduated. So, as in conclusion, my advice to those who want to test the water or want to actually dive in deep into art river, stop questioning yourself on will you be able to pull it off or not. Pick up your damn pen and scribble on that paper. Use as much reference as you need. Draw as much style as you can find and transform everything you can see into an art piece. And don't ever stop midway. There's never an end to art. You can always progress yourself and you can always do better than before. Be satisfied on your work, but don't take it as a perfect. Keep practicing and keep doing it for the sake of your interest. Treat it as passion, not just a hobby. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're new here. Visit my Ko-fi donation page for more interesting stuff. Follow me on Instagram for latest update on my arts and other stuff. You can also follow me on Twitter for funsies. All the links is in the description below. If you have a suggestion on how I can improve my content or how I can improve my art in general, feel free to comment on this video. That's all from me for now. Expect more art content in the future. Have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you in the next one. Chuck, bouncing off.